jiu-jitsu, we need to be able to use our feet like they are hands. The first step to getting better at this is just to increase awareness of our foot and toe muscles by activating them more when we exercise. In fact, even if you don't do jiu-jitsu, regardless of your sport or activity, if you're in shoes most of the day, chances are you'd benefit from increasing activation of your foot muscles. Yes, it might sound crazy, but if you think about it, our feet are literally what's connecting the rest of our body to the ground. And the ground is what we're always interacting with for a lot of the time. Example, walking, running, standing, lifting weights. We're always having to push to the ground. So, although it is important to activate your core and activate your glutes and make sure your knees don't drop in and all that, if the message stops here and we're not telling our feet to do anything, well, we're not optimizing our stability or our force generation or our quality of movement. Also, strengthening your feet and having more feet dexterity can help to prevent issues like plantar fasciitis or shin splints or foot pain or even bunions. So, let's talk about how to activate our foot muscles. One easy way to do this is just to start exercising in bare feet. And one easy exercise to start with is just balancing on one foot. If you find you feel off balance or you see the tendons on the top of your foot moving or feel your toes wiggling, you might be balancing too much through your ankle and not enough through your actual foot and toes, if that makes sense. Try to think of pressing these 3 points, the tripod, and each of the toes actively into the ground. Really feel that ground under your foot. Also think of tightening your arch without curling your toes in. What I mean by that is trying to do a short arch crunch. So that involves pulling this joint towards the heel in a straight line without curling your toes. So it looks like this. Try to watch this area and I'll do it again. Watch now. I don't know if you could see, but there was a muscle contraction there. And that's what we're aiming for, is just to create a tension and tautness through that arch without doing an active curl of our toes. And one last time, like that. Another great way to practice is to do barefoot squats. So what I often see when people squat is that their toes come up or their arches drop inwards or they bow outwards like this. What we want to see with the squat is that the arch stays on moving and all toes stay in contact with the floor. Think about making that tripod and actively pressing the toes into the ground. So try out those exercises and see if you can feel more of a connection or feeling in your feet, not only during the exercises, but even when you're walking around barefoot. And when you feel ready to progress, then check out my video on foot strength.